India's Supreme Court again has granted an outcast, a Parsi woman, the right to enter the fire temples and towers of silence in Gujarat. The woman, Goolrukh Gupta, was barred from entering the religious places by the Ahmedabad High Court after she married outside the community of Parsis. Gupta had approached the Apex Court, challenging the High Court order. The Parsi Anjuman Trust in Goolrukh's hometown in Gujarat banned her from entering the fire temple and performing the last rites in case of the demise of her parents, due to the fact that she married a non-Parsi. Earlier, the Ahmedabad High Court had said that the Special Marriage Act does not protect the religion of a person after marriage, and that the religious identity of a woman merges with her husband after marriage. She challenged the High Court verdict on the grounds that the Special Marriage Act does not require either husband or wife to renounce their religion. However, India's top court has overruled the High Court order and granted the Parsi woman all community rights.
The two Parsi women will be allowed to offer prayers in the fire temple as well as attend the last rites of their parents in the Tower of Silence. The Apex Court had earlier made observations that the Parsi community should not be regressive, should be progressive rather, and look into women's issues and their rights. The Apex Court has, however, not commented on the issue of personal laws that are being challenged in the Apex Court, even earlier hearing during Triple Talaq when personal laws were brought into the limelight. The Apex Court will take into consideration personal laws of the Parsi women in the future. Jessica Taneja with video journalist Gopal for WION, New Delhi.
This is indeed another of the stories in India which start from the people's story and the religion of the people and then goes to court. In fact, a Parsi woman who married a non-Parsi, so she married outside the Parsi community, was allowed to enter the Temple of Fire after she moved to court, saying that despite marrying a person outside the community, she should have been anyway entitled to pursue her cult and religion, and especially regarding what could eventually happen after the demise of her parents. And to understand a bit better the consequences of this last decision of the court, we are joined by our political editor Kartikeya Sharma. Kartikeya, good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us. So this is indeed where the court, the culture, religion, society merges all together and clash. But the court set it straight. She can enter the temples.
See, that the problem is that after 1947, when India gained independence, only the Hindu personal law code was reformed. The consensus as to what to do with the Muslim law, personal law code, or the Parsi law code, or even the parts which is covered under the of the Sikh community under a common code of Hindus and Sikhs, you know, those portions remain unreformed or untouched because there was no consensus, and many thought that, you know, in 47 that this will look like majoritarianism. But now this is not being seen from the perspective of community. Now it is being seen from the perspective of gender. Thinking has evolved, and that is why the court had to intervene, because the executive had failed to discharge their political duty by reforming the system. And in this context, you know, Parsi women would lose the right, if married, if she would marry outside her community, to go to her religious places. So that's what the court has restored. There are similar patriarchal customs whereby if a Kashmiri woman gets married outside Kashmir, she loses her right to property. So we have to see it in the context of gender and reform, which the courts have done, which the politicians should have done before them.